All right, so once you have your tree, select it, and I'm going to move it to my landscape. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that border. All right, and now I want to make a copy of it because I'm going to need to add in the shadow. So I'm going to do copy, I'm going to do paste, but I need to flip the shadow around so that when I put it on the ground, the arrangement of the branches makes sense for the shadow, that all the branches kind of like line up with each other. So I'm going to go to arrange, I'm going to rotate, and I'm going to flip horizontally. All right, and then you'll see what I mean. I'm going to take my tree, I'm going to rotate it, put it on the ground. And if it sticks out past your picture, that's fine, because we're going to change that in a second. And I'm going to stretch this out. So I take this blue square, don't take the circle, take the square. I'm going to stretch it. All right, so then it looks like a long cast shadow. Bring that down. As long as your trunks line up, this should work. All right, I'm going to get rid of the outline on, and then you can see it looks like one unified tree. Just wanted to scoot that over a tiny bit. Okay. So I want to move this together, and I want to shrink it down together. So I'm going to do something called grouping. So I click on my one tree, I hold shift, I click on the other tree, and now it's going to be considered one piece. And I go to arrange and group. All right, so now these two trees are really just one part of my drawing. I can move them together. So this is what I'm talking about. It's now this whole highlighted area, and I can move this now wherever I want and have it be small. So if it's small, it's going to look like it's far away in the distance. If it was larger, then it would be kind of more in the forefront, the foreground. All right, so I'm going to copy this. And then paste it in again. If you want to make different trees, that's totally fine. I'm just going to do copy and paste just for like time's sake here. Okay, so this tree will look like it's larger, like it's more in the front of my scene. And kind of stretch it out a little bit. Even obscuring the moon a tiny bit. Make sure my borders don't show up. And there we go. I have my tree in the far distance, and I have my tree that's a little bit more close up. All right, and then the next piece are the pumpkins. So I'm going to use the curve tool because pumpkins are round. And you're going to show each lobe or section of the pumpkin as a progression from orange, dark orange to light orange. So you need at least 5 lobes for your pumpkin. So you do something like this. And I'm not worried really about the size. So that'll be the first one. I'm going to put these all together right now, or in a second, but I'm just trying to get like the general outline. I need one for the middle. Now I'm going to start to curve out to the right. I do want them to all kind of have the same length. I don't want one side to be much shorter than the other because they won't line up when I'm trying to put these together. All right. So I'm going to color these in. So first one, my lightest shade of orange. Second one, next. So I just use the orange buttons and I just kind of go down the line.